Hi everyone, right, so as you know, we're interviewing everybody here. This video is sponsored by the One Football app. It's an absolutely brilliant app, it's free, we've all used it now. Keeps you up to date with all the transfers, stats, news, tables, FA Cup, you name it. It's free, link it in the description.
Newcastle United 1, Blackburn Rovers 1. I'm here with Kyle for the player ratings. It was a different team, which we all knew was going to happen, Kyle. I'd like to start with Freddie Woodman making his second appearance for Newcastle.
To be honest, I thought I tried to compare him to the game against Luton last year to see where he'd improved, and to be honest, he looks a lot more comfortable taking crosses. I think he's a lot more comfortable in his distribution, and I think his shot stopping's a lot better as well, so I think he's improved massively as a goalkeeper. I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think they were targeting him with crosses and corners, and I thought he dealt with them as well as he could have.
He did, yeah, definitely. 7.
4 defenders, which was nice to see. Not nice to see 5 at the back every single game. I'll start on the left back was Fabian Schar. Better game, maybe his level, possibly.
Yeah.
See what you think in the comments. But better performance from Fabian Schar. The only thing I would slightly say is that he drives, but then he just panics and he's right. I have to go back.
Yeah, he does. He panics a lot. What would you give him?
I think I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. I thought it was a better performance by Fabian Schar today.
I'd agree with that, definitely.
First centre half, it was lovely to see Florian Lejeune.
It was nice to see him back. I don't think he's ready for the Premier League yet, though. I think it was a couple of times where he got caught out a little bit. I think it's that match fitness, because he didn't have a pre-season like a lot of the defenders did. So it's going to take time for him. But yeah, it was nice to see him back. He had a couple of good passes. I'd give him a 6, mate. Honestly, he was all right.
Fabian Schar, 2 very similar central defenders, both like playing out with the ball. Too many misplaced passes, especially in the first half, too many long balls, but he's trying to do something which you can say, well, at least he's trying to do something. Defensively, he was okay, but nothing spectacular. I'll go 5 out of 10 for Fabian Schar. Right back was the young lad, Sterry.
I don't want to critique him too much, but I thought he got torn to bits. I really do. I thought the amount of times it went down down his side was unbelievable. I think it was down his end for the goal as well. 5, mate. I thought he was piss poor. I really do.
I think maybe Rafa has to be a bit ruthless with some of these players who aren't good enough anymore, and maybe Sterry as well.
I wouldn't care. Sterry's such a nice lad as well. I've met him. He's a really canny lad, but I think it's either a loan or offload him at the end of the season. I just think he needs that bit more experience if he's going to play for Newcastle.
Middle of midfield, I'm going to start with Isaac Hayden. Poor, really poor a day for Newcastle. His head's not in the shirt. Like he just doesn't want to be here.
1.
You're going 1.
Yeah.
I was going to go 3. So I will go meet in the middle.
2.
We'll go 2 out of 10. He was poor. He lost. There was so many times when he had the ball. He just lost it.
His head didn't look in it. He lost the ball in the first half, similar to the way he did against Man U. His work rate again was just absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
I think his head's gone, and I think he'd be. Hopefully he's gone, because that's what he wants and it's what we want as well. And I hope when he went off as a sub, it was the last time I see him in a Newcastle shirt. Get him gone.
Some of our players that I would like to see in Newcastle shirts, and hopefully for a few more years, is Longstaff. I thought he was actually quite good today. I know you said in your fan cam he wasn't that great, but I think what he did do is that when he was on the ball, he looked comfortable and he was trying to spread passes as well.
I like that he was comfortable on the ball. I don't know, I think against Forest he tried to take the initiative a bit more, and I was expecting him to really get at the midfield, and I don't think he did that. I don't know if it's nerves or what have you, but he was alright. I think he's worthy of a 6.
Yeah, I was going to give him a 6. I think he was fun. I thought he was, for what he did, I thought he did quite well, so I'm going to we'll give him a 6.
On the ball, but he didn't really try and take the game by the scruff of the neck, but maybe I'm expecting too much too soon, but you know.
Possibly. On the wing, I'm going to start with Jacob Murphy. It was a golden chance for him today to really impress the fans, impress Rafa Benitez, to show that he should be in front of the likes of Atsu, the likes of Ritchie, the likes of Kenedy. He was anonymous today. It was times where he tried to take players on, but he just struggled. He gave the ball away, just wasn't on the same wavelength as Ritchie when he was trying to make 1-2s. Really poor from Jacob Murphy today. I'm going to give Jacob Murphy a 3 out of 10.
He's like Sterry, and he's a really canny lad, and it's just.
I think he needs a loan move. I think he needs a loan move to the Championship. If we can get the players in, get his confidence back.
He needs to be playing, because honestly, he's been abysmal. I think bar the cross at Everton, he's done nothing, mate, for a good while. So I think he needs the loan move just to create a spark again for him, because he's just not at the races, is he?
On the other wing was Matt Ritchie. I thought it was actually a better performance from Matt Ritchie, especially in the second half. He was the only player for me that was really looking to take the the rough by the smooth and actually go for it today. It was just, I wish other players were on the same wavelength of him at times, but Matt Ritchie, I'm going to give a 6. I think that's without doing anything of substance. I think that was probably okay.
I think you should give him a 7. He's put a penalty away. Do you know how long it's been?
He scored, didn't he? I forgot that he scored. It's been that long.
We've had three penalties in the past 2 years. Something we've missed all of them. So for him to put one away, it feels nice that we can actually convert a penalty for once.
You know what? I completely forgot about that, and we'll go for 7 because we need to lift spirits up a little bit more. In a number 10 position, Kyle Kenedy. Explain how well or how bad he did today.
I'd give him a 2 because he was no better than Hayden. Honestly, Blackburn at home are the type of games where you look at the Kenedy and think, if you turn up, you could tear this team in your arsehole. He really could. Like similar to the way Ben Arfa did a couple of years back, where he just ran through the team. Like Kennedy's got that kind of flair and that kind of skill, but he just didn't turn up, mate. And he's just, I don't know, because the effort was there, just the performance wasn't. So
it's a poor man's Hatton Ben Arfa, like.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. A 2, mate. He was shocking.
The striker, I've got the pleasure of rating Hosselu, if that is a pleasure. What can you say about Hosselu? Lost countless times how many times he gave the ball away.
I think Shelvey played a wicked ball over the top, and there's 2. He's ahead of both of them, and then he stops and then he flops. So asking for a penalty, I'm thinking, what are you doing, mate? You're not getting that.
It's a sort of chance that a striker would be begging for, and we've had strikers like Gale that would have probably at least got the shot on target. You know, Rondon would have done much better with that. He didn't do anything. Like Blackburn wasn't his level today.
Even Perez, I don't even think Josh will get in the Blackburn's team because they've got Danny Graham and that and Armstrong to play up front. Like they're better than Josselou, mate. Like the effort's there, but no one else is.
He's lucky that he would. Honestly, I don't think he'd even get in the Sunderland team, in the Sunderland League One. And talking about 1, that's what I'm giving Hosselu. He was that bad. 1 out of 10 today.
Fair enough, mate.
Substitutes. The first one, Jonjo Shelvey. Glad to see him when we needed him.
Should have started. Hayden should be on the field. Should have started. Got on the ball, very comfortable, doing to Blackburn what he did to a lot of teams in the Championship season, just carving them open with his passing. 7, I thought he did alright when he came on, and he really changed the game and he changed the tempo as soon as Hayden went off.
Christian Atsu then came on after him. Didn't really get enough of the ball. Looks better when he's got the ball at his feet, but for me, just didn't really do as much as the other substitute that we'll talk about in a second, but he didn't have much time. He only had 15 minutes. I'm going to go 5 out of 10 for Christian Atsu. And finally, Isaiah Perez, the one that won the penalty.
Perez changed the game, mate. Honestly, I thought he does this so well, getting in between the midfield and the defence and really causing problems, and he did that. We needed that spark, and Perez was that, and I think he's the reason that we're all going to be travelling to Ewood Park in a couple of weeks. So I'd give Perez an 8, mate, because I thought he did really well when he came on, and he got with the ball back.
And finally, Rafa Benitez. We'll try and both agree on this one. In terms of team selection, it was tough. It's tough to argue against what particular team you go for. If you go full strength, people are saying, why are you playing full strength? Well, we've got a Premier League game next week and it's 5 full strength teams in a row. Others will say, we want a cup run. I think for me, I'd have liked to have seen Shelvey start. I'd have liked to have seen Perez start, just to kind of get a bit more confidence against the likes of Blackburn. Like, no disrespect to Blackburn, we should be beating Blackburn at home. Do you think there was just too many fringe players that needed game time and that's why I had to play them?
Despite that, I thought the team played was good enough to win the day. I thought there was enough quality players like Murphy, Kenedy, and I thought the players didn't stand up for Rafa the day. I think Rafa was right in going 4 at the back, so I can't give him any more than the 6, mate. I thought the changes he made, you could push it up to a 7 because the changes he made really made a difference, and it got knocked out the tournament. It put win the hat for the next round. 7.
I was going to go 5, so we'll meet in the middle and we'll go 6 out of 10 for Rafa Benitez. Get your comments in below. Do you agree with mine and Kyle's ratings? Do you think Hosselu deserved more than a 1? Do you think that
I think you're being generous.
Do you think Jacob Murphy needs to go out on loan? I'd like to hear what you think about him, because if you're at the game today, wasn't good enough for me. Like, subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV, and we'll see you at the next video.